to our class. Commerce is the class, and we are looking at organizational setup. In our previous class, we discussed business law. We talked about how government protects business owners and what is required of business owners to set up a business in a country. We looked at contracts, we looked at business registration, and a host of others. Today we are looking at business setup. When we talk about business setup, it has to do with how business is arranged, how business is organized, those that delegate, those that have ultimate power, those at the helm of affair, how things are directed in the organization, how communication flows in the organization, how line of authority is given and is taken, and how each of the departments that makes up the organization work freely for organizational objective to be met. If organization is not well set up, the goals and objectives of the organization will not be achieved. And once it is not achieved, business will suffer. The organizational goals and objectives will suffer. Every organization is set up to meet a particular goal and objective. And to meet up this goal and objective, the business set up a channel to help them meet these organizational goals. And what are those things that they set up? Line of authority, span of control, power, delegation, responsibility. All these are what makes business to successfully grow and make business successfully work out. Make business to be able to achieve their goals and objectives. If that's the case, how do you set up a business? How does this authority, delegation, responsibility, how do they flow? Now I'm going to use this chart to show you how it goes. Then hey, are you new to the channel? Thank you for dropping by. Are you subscribed? Go ahead and smash the subscribe button so that when we upload a new video, you'll be the first to know. Do you have those who will benefit from our class? We run the Nigerian curriculum educational scheme. We follow it step by step, just like you do in the normal school system. So this is a mobile school. It's a mobile class that covers the Nigerian educational curriculum in the subject where we cover. We don't cover all subjects, but we cover key subjects in the curriculum. If you know of those who will benefit, invite them in. If you are a parent and you know a child, your child can use this as a revision class, as a sit-at-home class, please download the classes for them. If you have a problem navigating through the channel to find your child's class, please head over to Class Online School and buy them for just a token, not much. You can support the channel. Interact with us below the comment box and we'll tell you how you can support the channel. Let's dive into the class and see how this structure helps an organization to flow. In the board here, I have a diagram of how an organization can be set up. First, we have the board of directors. They are the owners of the business. They are members, or a number of persons that come together to form the business. Then we have the managing director. The managing director takes directives from the board of directors, and then they have the sole right to take care of the business. Now, the managing director gives authority to first the personnel manager, the accountant, the marketing manager, and the production manager. So the managing director have sub-managers which handle the personnel area, the accounting area, the marketing area, and the production area. And so when this span of the authority is going, it moves from the board of directors to the managing director to the managers of each of these departments: personnel, accounting, marketing, and production. Now under the personnel, it's subdivided into three. We have those on recruitment, we have those on training, and we have those on welfare. And so the personnel management gives directive to those on recruitment on what to do. It gives directive on those on training on how to carry out on-the-job training or out-of-the-job training. And then the welfare of the worker, it's taken care of here. Who is going on leave? Who is taking over? Who is sick? Visitation, care for the staffs. On the job training, money meant for that. Okay? Then the accounting department, which the accountant heads, takes care of the auditing of the company, takes care of personal emolument, that's personal data of what happens accounting-wise of individuals. Cash and bank, the cashier, the petty cashier, the real cashier, those involved in handling cash coming from the bank and cash at hand. Then the treasury, the organizational treasury, how is it handled? The accountant takes care of this department. So the accountant give directives to the auditor, give directives to the person handling the personal emolument of each of the staff, give directives to the cashier, give directives to the treasury manager or the treasury person. Then after that, we have those in marketing. In marketing, research is carried out. In marketing, sales is carried out. In marketing, warehousing or stocking of goods where goods will be carried out. In marketing, stock control will take place. And so the marketing manager gives directive to the research personnel or the research person in question. The marketing manager gives directive to the sales team. The research team takes directive from the marketing manager. The sales team takes directives from the marketing manager. The warehousing individuals who takes care of the stock and takes stock inventory takes directive from the marketing manager. And then stock control, same thing. They see that the warehousing where goods are stocked is in good shape and the goods are living as at when due. Stock control knows when to restock, what to produce, quantity to be produced, and the rest of them. Then we come to production. Under production, they look at design. This is where branding comes in, the design. Then production, maintenance, because the machinery used to do production, it's being maintained here. So the production manager makes sure that the design team gives a proper design. The maintenance team maintain the equipment so that they don't break down unknowingly or knowingly without a backup and then interrupt the flow of work. The production manager takes care of quality control. What is the quality of products they are using? So we see the chain of the organizational setup in this diagram. Seeing the organizational setup in this diagram, the board of directors give directives to the managing director. The managing director have different managers working under him, the personnel manager, the accountant, the marketing manager, and the production manager. Under the personnel, we have different people that works under the personnel manager, those in charge of training, those in charge of recruitment, and those in charge of welfare of workers. The accountant takes care of those in auditing, takes care of those in personal emolument, takes care of those who handle cash in hand, cash at bank, like your cashier, your petty cashier, day-to-day running money expenses that comes into the business, and then takes care of the treasury. Then the other one you have the marketing. Marketing takes care of the research team that carries out research on products that may be required. The sales department goes on selling, and they report back to the marketing manager. Then warehousing, then we have stock control. Then we have the production manager. Remember, all of this comes under the managing director. Each of these managers reports back to the managing director, and the managing director reports back to the board of directors. And each of these people in this team that head this team, whether you are in design and you are the head of the team, you report back to the production manager. Whether you are in maintenance and there is something wrong, you report back to the production manager. Quality control, you report back to the manager. So this is how it flows from bottom to top. We have different type of organizational setup. There are those that run a matrix setup. There are those that run flat control and other kind of organizational setup control that each of these ones run. Then we have the functional organizational structure. We have the line organizational structure. We have the committee structure. Any of this structure can work for any organization, depending on the structure that each of the organization or your organization choose to run. But look at it, this is a hierarchy, it follows. It depends on the one you choose, but it must follow a hierarchy that they must report from bottom to up. Those at the bottom takes the procedure until it gets to those who make the final decision. That is how organizational setup work. This is part 1 of it. We're going to take it in series. We'll see how authority is disseminated in an organization, how delegation is carried out, span of control, power, and the rest of them. That is how an organization can function effectively to meet its goals and objectives. This will be it in our commerce class. Please follow along as we take other parts in this organizational structure. You will benefit a lot. If you are an upcoming entrepreneur, please, it's important you watch. If you are a student who wants to use it to pass your exam, it's good. Every one of us can benefit from the class. Thank you for being part of the class. I will always show up as often as I can. Follow along, navigate through the channel. We upload videos every other day. You can learn from it. Invite those you think that can learn from it. We have many people who drop by on the channel but they are not subscribed. Please subscribe. I'll come your way next class. Thank you for being my community. I love you all.